Hi, hi everyone, and welcome to the session on aromatherapy. Today I'm going to start off with, of course, by telling you what is aromatherapy, when did it start, and what do we use, and how do we use it, and how does it work. That's the main thing. Once we know that, then we can go on to our other things and the other oils and how these oils work. So first we just need to get ourselves acquainted with this little bit of how it is. Now, to start off with, let's start with aromatherapy. What is aromatherapy? I know all of you, many of you must be knowing what is aromatherapy, but I'm just going to go through again so that I can reiterate what is aromatherapy. Aromatherapy is where we use the pure essential oils of the leaves, the plants, the herbs, the spices, the barks of the trees, the flowers, and we use this for treatment in three ways. One is we use it for our skin and for our hair, and I've been following that way, the beauty way. The other, it works on mind, like if we have depression, if we are too anxious, if we are too hyper, you will find aromatherapy works a great deal. And the third, aromatherapy works for all stress related ailments. For example, if you have any knee pains or any aches or any pains, you will find aromatherapy works very well for that. Hormonal problems, aromatherapy works to balance out these hormonal problems. If you have high blood pressure, I always say, and aromatherapy is used as a complementary form. So when you have high blood pressure, I say take the doctor's medicines, of course. You should not stop that. But you can use these for your bath and you can use this for a massage. And you will find that these oils will also help to calm you down. It's very good for stress and any stress related ailments. Any distress, of course, we say no, we can't do anything with aromatherapy. So that is it. And now, when did it start? It started many years ago. In fact, BC, it started before Christ, and you will find that it started in India. There were three civilizations, the most ancient civilizations. India, um, you will find the Egyptian and the Chinese. And now it started in that. Now you'll find in India, of course, we use these oils, and we have been even now using these oils. We've been using these oils for bath. We've been using these oils like for if we want to calm down, like if you use jasmine, you will find jasmine even now is used a lot in the south, and you'll find jasmine definitely gives the person confidence. Then they use a lot of sandalwood. When you go to a mandir, you will find straight away you relax. Of course, I always say God is there, but you relax also, and you relax because of the smell of the sandalwood, the smell of the frankincense. These oils help to calm you, however stressed you are. When you walk in, you will find you will be calm and relaxed. And of course, the other this that it works on is all the other civilizations, like I was talking about. One is Indian, and the hair you will find in of course the Indian is we used to use hair oil made of jabakusam. We have avla. We have jasmine. We have all these wonderful oils, Brahmi, and all these oils were used right through the centuries and even till now. And they have a beautiful smell. Now, the rose, in fact, rose water was discovered in India. Mumtaz, I'm sure you'll have all been to the Red Fort, and you would find that, Mumtaz Mahal, she was getting for her marriage, they put they had these channels running, and they had rose petals put in there. And because of the heat, the rose petals made rose water. So there was this wonderful smell. And when they went in, to see what had happened, they had actually got these little droplets of oil on the top of this thing. So that is how rose water has come, and we are very well known for our rose essential oil and rose water, especially the 100 petal rose, which is really wonderful. And then from there, of course, we also have the other civilization is the Egyptian civilization. Now, over there, they used it more for medicinal purposes, and you will find they used to use it to like the mummies. They were preserved with these essential oils, and you know what? It's still today they are really, really preserved. I mean, you'll find that it's fantastic. So I always used to say for a long time, if they can, these oils can preserve the mummies till now. Can you imagine what they will do to real life skin? So it's wonderful. So these oils are excellent for rejuvenating the skin, and it's really wonderful oil. So we have the mummies. They were when a person, when the person died, you will find they were taken. So when I was there in Egypt, I went to these places. First, when they died, they were taken to an area, and in this area, they were, they were mummified. You can say treated. So first, of course, they would take out all the viscera from the body, the brain and the guts. These were the things that they took out and put it in a big jar. And in that jar, they had these pure essential oils so that they could be preserved. Now, for the rest of the body, they had these huge, big bandages. They dipped them in this, oil, in this big, you can say, containers of oil. And the oils used to be rosemary, thyme. These were all the essential oils that were microbial, antiviral, and things. They put that in there, and then they would take it and wrap the body up and keep that body there for 40 days. After that, then they would take the body and go and put it into their pyramids that were there. So this is how they did it. Also, over there you will find now Cleopatra. She was from Egypt, and she used these essential oils for her beauty and to attract. In fact, she attracted Mark Antony. No, before Mark Antony, Caesar. She attracted him with these essential oils. So you will find that she wrapped, she used this huge hall, and in this hall there was these essential oils, and not essential, there was rose petal. Just a moment. And there was rose petals, and Caesar had to walk down those rose petals till he came to her. And by the time he reached her, you will find that. Just a moment. I'm sorry. And by the time he reached her, you will find that because of the smell, the exotic smell of the rose petals, he was really floored and, really thought she was the most beautiful woman ever. Now, when she had to meet Mark Antony, he said he thought he was very smart. So he said, you will come to meet me. And so she had to go on to meet him across the river. And so she went on this huge barge, and every sail she had put drenched with essential oil of rose and rosemary, so that by the time she reached that area, the wind was blowing the smell onto him, and it was really exotic. And when she stepped out of this barge, with the aroma and the thing, she looked so exotic that, really he fell in love with her. Like I always say, that these essential oils, by using them, you can really create that air of exotic and beauty around you. Because Cleopatra, actually, if you had to say her, she was not a very beautiful woman, but she created that air of beauty around her with these essential oils that really, made everybody who ever looked at her thought she was the most beautiful, and they really fell in love with her. Now, when we went to China, you will find Chinese, they didn't use this at all for anything exotic. They just used it to balance out the yin and the yang, which is very important, that the male and the female. And it's in fact from there that we get, the oils that, from there we get them, these oil, I'm sorry. From there we get this thing balancing of the male and the female, and we use it a lot now. Like if there are any problems with hormonal problems, so then we use these oils. So that is how we are using them, coming from China. Of course, then from there it went on and it got lost, and everyone used to use it as folk medicine. So what they used to do is, they used to always say, if you use this little bit here, you will get over a hangover. If you use this perfume, somebody will fall in love with you. So it was on the roadside. Of course, after that, we had this man Gattafossey during the war, and he burnt his hand. So he put his hand into whatever was closest to him, and it was a big container of lavender oil. And he found that it healed without even a scar. And so from then he started making these, a research into these oils. And that's how we came up with these aromatherapy. So he is the modern person of aromatherapy. Now, it works, of course, it works on the mind, and the other, it works on through the skin, because it goes through the skin. So if you have any essential oil with you, like especially lavender. Now, lavender is the best oil ever. It's excellent for burns. It's excellent for your hair. It is very good for your skin. So I'm going to tell you in the future ones, like how to use these oils. But right now I'm going to give you a little thing to tell you how these oils work. One is, of course, through the thing, take a little bit of this oil and put it here, lavender, because you can use lavender straight. Put lavender here, and you will find that straight after a little while, when you will find that you can really taste it, or you'll find your tongue getting thick, which is already happening to me, so that we know that this oil goes into the thing. And if you don't have the essential oil, a recipe that I really use and something I do is take garlic, crush the garlic, and put it under your feet. I know it's going to smell terrible, but you can wash it off after that. Push it. This is just for you to feel it. Push it under your feet, and you're going to find after about 20 minutes to an hour, it depends on how heavy you are. If you're more heavy, you will find it after, you can say after an hour. Otherwise, 20 minutes, you can actually taste this garlic in your mouth. So to show us that this oils, they travel through your skin, they have a very, very thin molecule, fine molecule, tiny molecule, which can penetrate your skin. So it goes into the first layer, then it goes to the second layer, and it goes into the third layer, which is a fatty layer, and that actually, this dissolves in oil in a fatty layer, so that moves all over and goes to the area that is needed. And so this is how these oils are. This is how it started, and this is how it works to the skin. Now, the next time I'm going to be here with you again tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you about how it works on the mind, and then we are going to give you a whole lot of recipes. Tomorrow I'm going to deal with the skin and how we can use it for all our problems with the skin, whether it's dark circles, whether it's wrinkles, whether it's even for falling hair, for beauty. I'll give you for your body, for anything that you have. So you have any questions, you can always ask them, and I will answer them for you, and I'm going to show you how to use them tomorrow. Thank you. It's been a real wonderful pleasure being there with you.